Hello, my name is Kelly Spencer, and this is my final project for ILT 5003. Within this video, I will explain my educational background, why I'm pursuing a master's in education, and how this course will further my future and career. I began my pursuit of a college degree in 2009. I was pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Biology. People have always fascinated me, and I thought a medical degree would help me to further understand them, at least physically. During this time, I enrolled in a psychology course as an elective, where I became enamored with the field and completely switched degrees. Shortly before my graduation with the Bachelor of Arts degree in psychology from the University of Texas at San Antonio, a professor of mine introduced me to the field of applied behavior analysis and special education. I realized my fascination with people had to do with their behavior, and this field would allow me to fuel that passion while helping students in need. My goal is to become a board-certified behavior analyst and specialize in children with autism. In this course, we completed 6 modules that relate to the course objectives. There are 4 main themes from this course, which are recognition of the socio-political nature of education, explanation of key aspects of foundational theories, explanation of key theories with respect to diverse educational contexts, and lastly, assessment of how key foundational theories address diverse learners. Next, I will explain how I was able to interpret and understand these complex themes. While pursuing my degree, I became a graduate research assistant for the UTSA Autism Research Center. Here, I was trained to administer verbal behavior assessments to children with autism at their schools. During this time, I was able to personally see the disparities that Agnon described for students based on their social categories and classes. Agnon's explanation of social injustice equipped me to remove the blinding lens that is often placed on people's eyes. I visited a multitude of school districts, all varying in social economic statuses, and I was able to confirm the article's statements of children being taught to stay within their own background instead of aspiring for more. Seeing that social injustice is alive and well in the education system within my own city brought the issue closer to home. While working with these children, I saw the core value of interdisciplinary learning and teaching in place, which is multiple fields working together. Some of the children I work with are not only mentally disabled, but some have emotional or physical disabilities as well. I saw multiple fields coming together to help these children. People who participate in things such as linguistics, physical therapy, applied behavior analysis, speech therapy, and many more were willing to work together to help these children. Nisani demonstrated that not all fields are able to commingle harmoniously, but these fields merge together seamlessly to create a better outcome together in comparison to them working singularly. Nisani also elaborated on the fact that experts tend to develop a tunnel vision of sorts and reject the aid of people or things that are not from their specialty. This was also evident within the school districts, given that several special education teachers were severely skeptical of us working with their students. As previously stated, I visited many different school districts. The disparities within each one leaned towards the idea of the achievement gap that Ladson-Billings introduced. Ladson-Billings mentioned how this came about, which is from race, gender, and also social economic status. During my visits, this became shockingly apparent. The schools and students I saw that were predominantly middle class to high class, that were white, had a much better special education system in place for their students in comparison to those who were mainly minority groups with lower social economic statuses. This course also taught multiple learning theories that are still used within the education system to this day. The one that is more pertinent to my future career in the field of applied behavior analysis is the theory of behaviorism. This theory's founder, B.F. Skinner, is often considered the father of applied behavior analysis. His theory of behaviorism demonstrates that behavior is more often than not contingent on the environment. He also describes a concept called operant conditioning to shape behavior. When a board-certified behavior analyst, or BCBA, is working with the child to change or bring about a certain type of behavior, operant conditioning is what is used. And based on what I've seen, it is quite effective when done properly. While BCBAs tend to work with autistic children, the concepts of behaviorism can be applied in a wide range of settings, such as the workplace, politics, child rearing, and even dietary habits. Another theory that I found applicable to my future field is the theory of situated learning by Love and Wenger. This theory states that learning is contingent upon the environment, and the participant must be actively engaged in the task at hand for learning to occur. Given that this theory states that learning is contingent upon the environment, I would say that this goes hand in hand with applied behavior analysis, where the behavior is contingent upon the environment. Each theory could be applied in multiple contexts. Since there are multiple learning theories, each with a variety of facets, it would make sense that certain theories would fit better for a particular group of learners, such as constructionism. Papert and Harrell describe constructionism as a theory that allows the learner to be hands-on and create to learn. Prensky's viewpoints coincide with this theory in the sense that he described children who are digital learners who would best learn utilizing things such as software, cell phones, and even robotics. By utilizing these methods, they would be implementing constructionism and allowing their students to have a literal hands-on experience in their learning while adapting to the students' learning styles. Further, Harrower elaborated on the fact that inclusion has been demonstrated to increase rates of learning among all students regardless of any type of disability. I feel as though this course helped to plant seeds of thought I didn't previously have. It helped me to see and notice things within the education system that I hadn't batted an eyelash at before, such as the social injustice I mentioned earlier, or how critical inclusion is to the success rate of a child's learning, and how times are changing and teachers could keep up by adapting their teaching methods for their learners. I feel as though this course was all-encompassing and challenging, but rewarding, and will help me not only to achieve my goal of becoming a board-certified behavior analyst, but becoming a great one. This course has exposed me to ideas and ways of thinking that I had not previously encountered. It has shown me that often integrating and combining ideas can increase the quality or success rate and make something that was previously great even better. Although learning is a fantastic thing to do, what makes the process far more valuable is application. I plan to wholeheartedly apply what I've learned in this course in my future and my career. In regards to my professional future, I plan to incorporate other professionals and practices towards my career as a board-certified behavior analyst, such as speech therapy, physical therapy, educational psychologists, and industrial organizational psychologists. I would like to work with other specialists to see what combination of treatments would best serve to help children learn and succeed. I also plan to work with translators as well to be able to reach students who are deaf, blind, or speak other languages. Further, I plan to bring technology into treatment plans for autistic children that are nonverbal who may benefit from communication with either phones or tablets. The inequalities I mentioned earlier propel me to speak with administrators on the differences in the special education departments to attempt to eliminate social injustices. It would be a long process, but a process nonetheless that must be started to help the students. They could keep data and make sure that each student is receiving the same treatment plans as students in other areas. Inclusion would need to be incorporated among all students as well to increase rates of learning. Behaviorism is already implemented within my field, but I'm intrigued by the prospect of combining it with situated learning and the possibilities of increasing learning with the combination. I would also like to further my academic career as well by pursuing a PhD in special education with an emphasis on behavior analysis. I could utilize these concepts and learning theories for the future research of a dissertation.